What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We're here with the Extreme E Desert Prix number 2. Obviously we have to use an Extreme E vehicle, and that is exactly what we are going to do. We're going to use one without a tune, which has kind of been a secret to all of this stuff, to the madness. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And I'd say we jump right into it, because obviously we have no tune in the description and nothing, so we just have to drive. Race number 1 is actually pretty easy. So no worries there. You can drive a little bit cheeky. Obviously it's Extreme E, so all rules are off. The gloves are off. You just go in. There we already are in third. Obviously you don't have to do that, you can just overtake them bit by bit, but again, we're in Extreme E and I'm tired of it. I've been tired of it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when we started even. And now we're just gonna make sure we finish as well. I am very sorry. So I was asked if the Extreme E cars have broken me when I didn't upload last week, but I was just on vacation, so it's all good. We're here this week, though. Doing some more of these cars. Whoops. Bumping into more walls. By the way, I found out why we're called Extreme E. It's because we're extremely shit. And I don't normally swear in my videos or use words like that, but there's literally no other explanation and literally no other wording for these things, so... Or maybe Extreme E stands for extreme, I don't know, excruciation. That would make sense as well. Extreme enigma why anyone would drive this. Alright. It would work better with extremely, because then you could just say it's extremely excruciating. That would be a better wording, I would say. But yeah, race 1 it's just a regular dirt race. But dirt races are a lot easier than the cross-country ones anyway. The dirt races are just annoying, the cross-country ones are excruciating. Hey, we got a new favorite word. That's something, right? I have an extreme eagerness to get rid of these cars and start the new series. It can hardly be worse than this one. It might actually be my least favorite series in the game. And you can probably go back to Forza Horizon 4 and not find one that has been worse than this one. Shoving down these cars our throats for 4 weeks. Obviously I missed a couple of them last week while on vacation. But at least I only have to drive that stuff for 3 weeks out of the 4. Bump into him, get him out of the way. Hey, 1 lap would have been enough. Interesting. So you can do it in 1 lap. Did you hear that, developers? Make this a 1 lap race. To completely annoy everyone. But at least when you don't have to drive cars that long. I mean, they did 1 lap races with shorter laps than this one, so I wouldn't have been surprised at all. Or maybe they changed it after the fact, because everyone was annoyed. Nah, they don't care about what we think, right? Or do they? I don't know, I don't really care. I just know that this is literally the worst series ever. I mean, in the past you had maybe a stunt or something in a series that was kind of tricky and you didn't really know how to do it or something. Or a championship that was annoying, maybe even 2. But this is just, it's crazy, man. Alright, 2 laps done in just a moment. And if we don't completely mess up, we should be okay. And if we completely mess up, I will just use rewind because, again, I'm just tired of these cars and I don't want to use them anymore. That's my excuse. And I'm sticking by it. I will concede that they're not absolutely awful in the dirt races. As long as you don't tune them, at least. I will concede that. In a pure dirt race, no roads, just this pure dirt racing like this, we're not completely off. We're okay. That's literally the best I will say about them. But in the cross country, like most championships have just been disgustingly terrible. And it's like, I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm just extremely bad all of a sudden, but like, the Extreme E energy thing, the Grand Prix where the Extreme E Grand Prix. The videos have been filled with comments of people saying, hey, I thought it was just me, these vehicles are terrible. And I'm like, okay, so everyone hates them, that's reassuring, I think. But we won these 2 races. We're getting closer to the end of them. Alright, where's the 3rd one? That's another sprint one, and then the better of the 2 championships will be over. Get some more credits. We should close in on 30 million. Yeah, 29.7. I could do some wheel spins. I think I have literally 69 super wheel spins that I could pop. I just don't know why. I mean, I got everything I need. And 30 million sitting around, so I don't know. I don't care. Maybe I'll pop them in a video. Drunk Saturday game. Popping wheel spins. Raging about how terrible they became. That sounds like a good idea, right? So we want to cut that corner a little bit because that actually helps a bit. And you can cut this one as well. You shouldn't cut this one because then you miss the checkpoint and you run into a rock. And here we can make up some spots. And that puts us into 2nd. I misread the name, but that's probably because I don't wear my glasses. I read King Flipper. And I mean, I like Flipper, but he wasn't necessarily my king. Here the AI takes a terrible line, you can just drive past him like this. Which really should get you into the lead because of how awful their line is. can make up so much ground where we're so slow through that corner. It's like, it's really awful. And well, we are now wall. We are now just finishing that race. Half of it is done. The second half is not as driver friendly and more AI friendly. So I really think you should have a lead in the first half, or else you might struggle in the second half. This bit is still... well, this corner here is sort of user friendly, but... yeah, the second bit, I don't know, it's... you can obviously still get the lead. There are still a lot of corners where you can outperform them. I just think the first half is a little easier to do it. Like this corner sequence here, you can pass them relatively easily. Still a lot of these fast corners that you can go through at a lot higher speeds than the game suggests. So yeah, you can still do it. I just think the first half is a little bit easier, and obviously you don't really have pressure in the first half. I mean, if you don't lead by now, you really have pressure to make something happen. But then again, you hopefully won the first two races, so you don't necessarily need to win the third. Obviously helps as well. Or maybe I just prefer the first half. I don't know. First half just has a couple of sequences where I think you can really easily overtake and gain ground. And I guess that makes it my favorite half of this race, but the race in general isn't too difficult. Again, this pure dirt racing is actually not bad in these cars. So I will give them that. I will finish the championship on that, on a positive note. It's probably the only positive note I've given off of about these cars in the past 4 weeks. So, there we go. So, hope you enjoyed the championship. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.